Drum roll, please.
What are we doing?
It's time. We are drawing for the name for who's going to go with us to the Waco Awards show.
Cool.
Yay!
We're going to hang out.
We are. We're going to hang out. And don't ask me to buy anything because I'm going to say no. Or I might send you the TikTok that says, we finna go out here. So don't you touch nothing. Don't you look at nothing. Don't you ask me for nothing. Because when you do, I'm going to say no. All right. Here we go. Anyway, I don't know. We'll see what we're going to do. What?
I'm just looking at you stirring it up.
Okay. All right. I'll let you grab.
Oh, I ain't gonna grab
What?
it.
No.
No, you grab. I'm not grabbing
What?
because I was looking in there.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow. Guess who won? We'll let you know.
So, we'll see you soon.
No, tell them who won.
Why? I thought they got it.
it.
Why?
Coming to you from 125 Carver in Waco, Texas, it's the Riverside Weekly. We hope your time with us today is thought-provoking, spiritually challenging, and a life-changing experience. Our discussions are fun, real, and at times very uncomfortable. We highly encourage all of our guests and listeners to like and subscribe, and please ring the bell. Now, here are your hosts, Pastor Cello and Pastor Mia.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday. It's Podcast Wednesday.
Podcast Wednesday.
Meow. Fix your
Cool.
hair. Your hair is actually growing, and I'm really proud of you. Nice job. Nice job, babe.
Not that I had anything to do with it.
I know, right?
Body kind of does what it wants.
Most of us do. Anyway, welcome. It's New Shirt Wednesday. This is my new shirt, and it says, "Girl, you got this."
Cool
So
design.
if that's you and you're a girl, you got this. I got you right here. All
Cool
right?
shirt. I like the shirt.
No, I like yours. Yours.
What does mine say?
I don't know. Black sheep. Black sheep, as opposed to white sheep. Baba black sheep. Have you any wool?
Yep, that's it.
Yes,
That's
sir.
it.
Yes, sir. 3 bags full?
3 bags full. 10 bags
Okay.
full.
All right then.
Got them bags.
Whoa.
She don't know
Under
what that
your
means.
eyes.
No, it's supposed to be bags of money.
Oh, I'm.
You really got to get on social media more.
Nah, that's okay. That takes up too much time, y'all. I just haven't been on Instagram like I used to because you can get stuck on any of them. Like people, don't get me wrong, TikTok is really great and I've learned a lot of things, but then you start sending all these people, all these things, and my son said something that really blew my mind. He said, if you send people TikTok memes, then you really love them.
Through text message.
Then you really love them. That means I love you if you've gotten a TikTok. Okay? Anyway.
Cool.
And I have a new cup. Yeah, look. Yeah. It is the One Sock Lozano clan. You cannot be a part of that clan because my grandbabies walk around with one sock. And if you say, I do that too, okay, fine. I came up with the name first, so it's mine. Anyway, sip.
It's a, what do you call it? It's just that's what happens. Walk around with one sock.
We've always said that.
As long as I can remember. My whole family.
Somebody was like, now she's coughing. Anyway, welcome to the podcast. We
What's
are
up?
at
What's
our
up?
199th episode.
199. Oh my gosh.
You have got to wake up.
Oh my gosh. I'm awake.
Wake up.
I'm
You are
awake.
not.
Yes.
Wake
I am.
up. Wake up. Everybody chant with me like Dora the Explorer. Wake up. Wake up.
No, I'm good. I was just thinking, like, man, we're at 199 episodes.
Mhm.
You
How
remember-
many?
Do what?
Go ahead.
Anyway, I was just thinking about fixing to hit 200 episodes, and never, when we started, we weren't like, we're gonna go like forever.
No, we thought we were going to do like 12 episodes
You
and
know.
then be done.
Yeah. So.
Or
but-
maybe even 30.
Well, I
I don't think
Yeah.
we had
Well,
like
we weren't
in
thinking.
100.
We weren't thinking like years. We were
Yeah.
thinking like, yeah, let's see how it goes,
Mhm.
and here we are. And it's all because you guys still watch.
And what were you
So-
going to say? Do you remember when what?
When we first started.
I
Oh,
do,
just-
because I read from script.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
We've come a
that
long
was-
way.
we've come a long way, George.
What? I don't know. Sometimes he just says things and it just comes out of anywhere. Anyway, welcome to our 199 episode. We are headed to our 200th episode.
Next
Crowd
week,
goes
man,
wild.
that's what's up.
Yay!
Yeah.
And today, you might want to stay and wait for a minute because we are going to
No,
do...
no buffering.
No buffering?
Yeah, you slide.
Oh, yeah. Don't buffer. Don't buffer. Yeah. No buffering.
Or scroll. Buffer, scroll. I'm not sure.
I don't know what it's... Scrub. It's called
Scrubbing,
scrub.
Scrubbing. Scrolling, buffering.
I was like, what is he trying to
I
say,
don't know.
y'all?
When you take the little bar and you move
I want to slide open his head sometimes and be like, this word. No, insert this word here.
Move in. Whatever it means when you move.
Scrubbing. It's called scrubbing.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, so today we are talking about, I'm not even sure what I want to talk about. There's so many things I want to talk about, like my apocalyptic dreaming that I have, and, my grandkids, and all of this and that. Usually we make a decision before the podcast.
I know. I
but
was waiting on
didn't.
you. No, I don't say me. That everybody that watches this and all our folks that watch, they all know that you decide what we're going to talk about. So don't blame me. We say this for years now.
Okay,
not even episodes. Years.
Okay,
of episodes.
fine. So I had
What are we talking about today?
Yeah, I was like, so I had determined that we are talking about taking a no. We have talked before about being able to say no and the power of saying no, but I don't think we talk about how to take a no. See, you can be on the other side and you can learn to say no, and it's really difficult for some people to say no. But what about when your mom or your dad or your best friend or your child or
brother?
Not
sister?
even them. What about a
brother or sister?
business, or somebody on the phone you're
Coworker?
talking to, yeah, or your place of employment, or you're believing for something
What
and
about
you
your
get
spouse?
a no. Yeah, your spouse too. But what if you get a no? Can you take a no? Don't be eyeballing me. Don't side eye me, okay? And I'm going to tell you why. My grandkids told me, they said, Grandma, you talk about us in the podcast. Yes, I do. So today is about Elliot.
Uh-oh.
He is one of our youngest grandchildren.
She's dropping names on
I
the
am,
boys.
because he doesn't watch this podcast. So, but he loves us, like, with everything, just like all our other grandkids do. And they love to
Just
be
like
with us.
everybody loves us.
I don't know if I agree with that statement, so I'm just gonna.
I'm lovable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like the cuddly bear. What's the fabric softener? Remember the
Snuggle?
Snuggles. I'm like Snuggles. Everybody likes me.
Everybody, I don't know that everybody agrees with that statement, because most people say you look mad all the time.
That don't mean that they like me. That they don't like me. That means that I just look mad. But they love me.
Anyway,
I'm a snuggle bear.
I'm gonna slide off the podcast here and come back when you're done hyping yourself up. Anyway, I will say that. So I was watching Elliot, and I've noticed that he is leaving his terrible 2s and turning 3. And he's a young 3 because he just turned 3 not too long ago. But at the same time, there is one thing that makes my old self come out. And that is if my grandkids talk back to my kids. I love my kids, and they're here. I love my grandkids, and they're up here with Jesus. They're like real up here, okay? But
It's God, Jesus, grandchildren.
grandkids, yeah. And I'm just saying that because my grandkids, they get away with a lot of things. Remember, we said that the other day. If you didn't follow us, or if you follow us, you'll see that we posted something about the word of the day, spoilization. And they do get spoiled quite a bit. However,
Not by us.
Oh, by me.
Oh, yeah, not me.
I was going to say.
I'm like anti-spoiler. Is that a new word of the day?
Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, so saying all that to say that I pretty much let them do quite a bit that you don't let them do, or that their parents don't let them do. But if you talk back to my adult kids and my grandkids, if they talk back to their parents or any adult around me, that just blows up something in me. And I cannot handle that. Like extend a slap arm comes out of nowhere. And it retracts back. And I'm just like, oh! because
The slap.
I don't mean to do it. It's just that I can't handle that. If there's one thing that drives me nuts, it is for a child to talk back to an adult. Okay? So
Why is that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is it a trigger?
I don't know. I've never really thought about it.
Sorry, coaching moment. Go ahead, keep going.
Go ahead.
No,
Coach me.
I'm like, why
Oh.
is it?
I don't know
I don't want to
why.
get sidetracked. Just keep going.
Maybe because it's disrespectful to me. It's one of those things, and it is a preference.
No, I don't know if that's a preference.
Okay, I do find it very disrespectful. I get it that these new age parents are, allowing their kids to tell them how they feel. And am I right?
Just don't drop names and we'll be okay because
I'm okay.
they already know who you're talking about.
They don't listen to the podcast. It's fine. So anyway, I know that this new age thing is, for your child to be able to explain their feelings. I'm sad, I'm mad, I'm angry, whatever it is. I get that, and I'm okay with all that.
I think that's good.
Yeah, I didn't say it wasn't good.
Okay, keep going.
I think it's great. But at the same time, you're not going to sit there and throw a fit and drop yourself to the ground like my grandson does, who, by the way, is he's quite big for his 3-year-old age, and he's at his 99th percentile. So that should tell you something right there for a 3-year-old. So for him, and let me just tell you the story. Because I like story time.
Let's
take a
story
trip
time.
down.
Let's take a
Story
trip.
time. So let me just say this.
Once upon a time in a galaxy far, far away.
Not far away.
Not far away.
Called Waco. Anyway, I just was telling him something. I'm not even sure what it was. It was something about getting off of a toy or something. I don't know. But he said, he didn't even say no, by the way. He dropped himself to the ground, and then, no, even before he dropped himself to the ground, he said, and then he took off stomping and running. Extended slap arm came out. I didn't know what to do because I was expecting a yes, ma'am. That's what I was expecting. That is not what I got. And my mind was blown, and I was just like, inside, trying not to snap back and grab his hair or his ear and yank him back and be like, type thing. And yeah, what do you always say?
What?
Yank the slack out of him?
Jerk the slack out of him.
Jerk the slack out of him. And so as I saw this and I thought, okay, he is expressing himself. Okay, let me go and talk to him. I went over to talk to him and I'm telling him, listen, when I tell you something, no, when I say something, you need to say, yes, ma'am. End of story. There should be no, but, nothing. There should be, yes, ma'am. Okay? And I thought about that and I was like, you know what? As adults, many of us cannot handle a no. No, if we're saying, hey, I would like to go out to eat, your budget tells you no. And yet you don't like it and you throw a fit and go out and swipe anyway. Swipe or no swipey, but it happens. And then as adults, we don't like to hear no, that it's not Saturday, that it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and that you have to go to work tomorrow. So the clock tells you, no, you can't stay up and watch 22 seasons of whatever it is, that you must go to bed. And we can't handle that. So we stay up anyway like this. And then the next day at work, we're like this. I can handle it. Like a 3-year-old. So I think.
Go ahead.
I think that as adults, and just watching him as a 3-year-old, y'all, 3. We're not 3. We're 50. You're probably 60, 40, 20, however old you are. Some things you cannot handle when it tells you no. Especially like a red light. A red light is saying, no, don't run through me, or something bad will happen. But we do it anyway. What do y'all do? Oh, yellow light. I'm sorry, yellow light. Yellow light tells you not.
Say, red light means stop, but yellow light means goes very fast.
No, it doesn't.
Red means stop. Green means go. Yellow means goes fast.
No, it doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that.
Fast,
but
sure.
I think as a
all gas, no brakes.
I think we all just need to learn to be able to take a no. And it just made me think about adults. They can't handle a no sometimes.
We can't handle no's. I think most people think they can handle no. No, no.
Okay.
I really think that most people genuinely believe that they can handle a no, and they don't realize how difficult it is for them to take a no or to hear a no or to be told no until someone actually tells them no that's been saying yes to them for so long. When you get a yes so often and you finally get that no, it kind of picas a little bit.
Yeah,
Like it
yeah,
hurts
yeah.
your feelings.
Yeah,
It
you
makes
don't
you
like
mad.
it.
You get
Yeah.
offended. You're like,
Yeah.
"What? You told me no."
What?
And I think a lot of us are we live in a yes world,
Mm,
and
mm.
we're so used to being told yes or having our way and doing what we
Having
want,
our way. That's how it is.
you know,
Having our way.
that when someone tells us no, we get upset. And I think, you know, you know, see, you always get these things going, and all this stuff starts coming out.
Okay, ready? Let me wind you
So,
up.
so
Go.
well, because we tend to say, well, if we get to a place where we get all spiritual, and if we get told no, then God's going to come rescue us, and God's going to make a way, God's going to do this,
Uh,
praying, speaking, getting people to agree with us, so that we can have our will, and maybe God's the one that said no, and we can't handle it, and so I think sometimes we don't really realize when we're being told no,
mm-hmm.
because we've been told no and we don't like it, and so we go do it anyway.
And then we end up in a heap of trouble because we
Yeah.
did
And well,
something
the scary part is that when you don't end up in a heap of trouble.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
A heap of trouble is good when you get told no and you do it anyway, because now you're learning. But when you're told no and you do it anyway, and then there's no repercussions for doing it anyway, that's even more dangerous, because now you're even more.
Because now you're tiptoeing across the line to more and more and more.
Yeah,
and
and so
do
now
more
you
and more
don't
and
now
more.
you don't even recognize what a no looks like, feels like, or sounds like,
Mm-hmm.
because you're so used to doing you, and I'm gonna overcome, and I'm gonna, like, man, sometimes you just got to be like, you know what, I probably don't need to do this, but we don't like going back to you said, like we and it's what I think is interesting is that you were talking about Elliot being young, being a 3-year-old, but this is why some people find themselves at Walmart throwing a fit on the floor in a fast food. Y'all watch the TikTok.
Grown
Y'all
adult.
watch the TikTok
Grown
videos,
adult. Yeah.
Snapchats, and
Yeah.
the Instagram reels. Like, y'all watch all that,
Yeah.
the Twitter, where people are like literally throwing themselves on the floor, screaming and
Or
yelling.
throwing food,
or
throwing a fit because
and
they're
that's
being told
literally
to
a person who's never been told never been told no in their life, and they don't know how to respond in a social setting. They don't know how to they don't know how to control themselves. And the only difference between them,
And a 3-year-old?
well, the difference between them and people that think they can handle no is that our fits just look different. When we throw our fits, they just look different.
Okay.
When you get told no by somebody, you come home and you yell at the wife, kick the cat, and
And have an attitude.
yeah, have an attitude towards the kids, because
yeah.
somebody told you no, and and so
Or because you didn't have your way, get your way.
and you can usually tell when somebody's having a bad day. Well, you can usually tell when somebody's been told because they're having a bad day. Well, man, who told you no? Like,
Yeah.
and so
Well, we usually say who peed in your
who peed in
Cheerios.
your Cheerios, but
it's
sometimes
really
it's
who
just
told you no.
Who told you no? And I think a lot of times that is a struggle that we deal with. Like, we don't like no, especially here in the United States. Like, we hate hearing no. Like, we don't want to hear no. And when you get told no by those that you care about, love, and that have been telling you yes, we break down. Like, literally, sometimes physically, just like fall apart.
Yeah, but I guess that's my thing, is that I didn't really think about it until I saw him as a 3-year-old not being able to handle a no. Like, and I remember, some of our family growing up, seeing them as kids, and you couldn't tell them no, or they would just fall apart and melt.
I used to tell my kids no just to see if they
I
could.
know.
Just to see if they could handle it.
I was going to ask you to tell us about that, because I was
just-
like, remember when you used to tell your kids
I
no,
used to tell them
just
no,
to see if they
can
could
you
handle
a
it?
no? Can you handle a no? Yes, I can. Throwing a fit. I'm like, no, you can't.
You obviously
You know?
can't, because you're down there on
Yeah.
the ground,
But
or you're in your pillow crying.
yeah. So
Yeah.
and that's I think a lot of times is where as society and a culture, we really messed up our kids, our families, because we never, I say we never, we're not always real good about teaching our kids how to accept a no.
Mm, mm. And to me, I think that needs to be taught. You were saying that sometimes God tells us no, but he gives us free will, so we can either do it or not. He shuts the door, and y'all go and get the screwdriver and unscrew the screws off the hinges just to open the door.
And then say, the Lord provided a way to open the door.
The Lord provided a way.
Gave me a screwdriver.
I'm like, come on now.
That's real talk.
But that's not accepting the no.
And you're right. You're absolutely right.
I mean,
Yep.
you freeze your credit cards, right? Freeze them, put them literally in the freezer to tell yourself no, and then you go and defrost them out to use them.
Yep, there you go.
That's not a no. That's not accepting a no.
Yep.
What's the other thing? You pay your car off and you decide that you're going to go get another one instead of paying off the other bills. So that I don't know. I mean, give me some no's. Give me some instances.
Well, you get good example. I mean, you get a good example. When your budget says no, and you still go eat, like those. That's those probably one of the best examples. Is
our budget says no.
How we budget or don't budget.
Our time.
I think
when your time says no, you're out of time, and that you try to extend the time.
Yeah, So I think. I mean, if anybody's watching and they're actually halfway through this, still here watching, I think that they understand what we're talking about is like not being able to take a no, and having to digest like what does no mean. I remember one time specifically. I was praying for a healing. I was just believing God to be healed, and I can't remember exactly what it was. I just remember I was believing God for healing, and I just distinctly remember that inner witness on the inside, what I felt like was the Spirit of God just telling me, is like, will you be okay if you don't get healed? If I say no? And I'm like, but wait a minute, is that the devil? Like,
yeah.
Wait a minute. You said that you want us to
Satan.
be healed.
Yeah.
Like we should be healed, and that that we should walk in the healing and the blessings. And it was just like,
I didn't say I wasn't.
But can you handle it if you never receive it? Are you still gonna? Am I still going to be Lord? Am I still going to be God? Are you still going to have faith? Are you still going to believe? If it never comes, if you never get a yes, if it's no. And I was like, man, that really messed with my faith. It really messed with how I perceive scriptures, because I'm like, well, all of his promises are yes and amen, and sometimes no. But we don't like that. You're like, well, the scripture doesn't say sometimes no. The scripture doesn't say sometimes no, but sometimes he says no.
He shuts a door for us.
I mean, I can think of tons of scriptures and stories in the Bible where God literally tells people no. Like he says no to things, and sometimes they go do what they want, and sometimes they're obedient and they don't go. The one that comes immediately to mind is Moses. Like he says, you're not going into the promised land because you were disobedient. So does God tell you no? I wonder. Or do we just think that God is always yes? Is he a yes God? And I don't think that's true. And I think we twist our own belief systems into a place where we always get told yes. So there's no one or anybody, not even God, can tell us no.
That's so good. I will tell you, I'll end with this. I'll wrap it up with this. I was thinking about what I was going to get my grandkids for Christmas,
I was going to say coal.
No, they need coal, but no. Anyway, because spoilization doesn't allow me to do that. Okay.
I was going to say,
J. Cole? Yeah.
No. I was going to say, you said coal, and I said, no. Man, you made me forget what I was going to say. Keep going.
See, it wasn't meant to be said. Anyway, so I was thinking about what I was going to get them for Christmas, and I was like, there's nothing that I can get them that they would want. I mean, we get gifts to be thoughtful and to, I don't have the kind of money that their parents have to go get them what they're asking for, right?
Well, if we had one grandkid.
Yeah, but we have 11, okay?
It's like you're not all getting $50 gifts.
Yeah, so I'm like, so anyway, I was thinking about that, and I was like, okay, what could I give them that isn't going to cost me much money, but that they would really enjoy, right? And I thought, we're just going to have a yes day because they have a movie called Yes Day, right? And I thought, what if I did that? What if I had them all come over on one day and whatever they said, that's what we would do? And immediately, y'all, this is what I heard in my head, not in my spirit, in my head, not knowledge, okay? Your grandkids are going to say, let's go jump off the suspension bridge. Whatever it was. I don't know. It was something crazy. And I know my grandkids, they know I will pretty much do anything. I like to be in my car. I like to drive. I like to take them places. I like to travel. Knowing them, they would have said something like that. They would have said, let's go to New Mexico. And I'd be like, yeah. If they would have said, let's go to Disneyland. No, type thing. So I didn't know what they were going to say. And so I was immediately took that thought and threw it right out and into the trash. And
good. It's good because I don't want you to be an enabling grandma.
I'm just saying.
No, I get it.
I just was trying to think about that. And then that happened with Elliot after that, and I'm like, are they going to be able to handle a no? And I love my grandkids, and I love for them to come over. But one thing they know is that Grandma carries a spoon. I don't carry a chancla. I don't carry a belt. I mean, I should do. I thought about attaching a chancla to like a bungee cord, so I could smack them from afar. Y'all, I'm not like that. But I like to scare them, and I like to play around with them. But I will spank them if they get out of hand. Okay? And so I think it's funny that even though I tell them no sometimes and I spank them, that they continually and always want to be with me. The minute I call, can I come over to your house? I'm like, it's not even why I called. But I'm thinking about the girls, and I'll leave with this. I had Kaylee, Emmy, and Zoe with me, and they thought they were going to win over on me. It was pretty funny. They said, Grandma, can you take us to the hobby store? It's right there. We're all eating at Jason's. Okay, we'll walk over there. And I said, I'm not buying anything. Okay. And they were like, yeah, right, Grandma. You're going to buy something, but we're going to go. So we all walked over there, and they were like, oh, look at this, Grandma. Look at this. Look at that. But just this little thing. Look, it's only $1. And I said no. And they were like, she really means it. What? And I could see the look on their face, y'all. And it took me everything to hold myself together. Because I was just like, don't do it, Mia. Don't do it, Mia. Don't do it.
They just needed another 4 minutes. They had 4 more minutes, but you'd have broke.
What do you always say? Think long, think wrong?
Yeah, you'd have broke. They'd have had you.
They had me on the ropes, babe. They had me on the ropes.
4 minutes, man. 4 minutes longer. Well, you'd have been done. That is it.
3, 2, ding, 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 ding. You can buy it, type thing. That's really how it would have been. Anyway, so you need to teach yourself no. Teach yourself to handle a no, and ask yourself that. What is it? What did you say a minute ago? What is it that would make you say no to, or what? Train yourself to be able to handle a no. Isn't that what you said?
Yeah.
Train yourself to be able to handle a no. Your body's telling you no, and you're still doing some things. Anyway, time is telling you no, and you're still doing some things. And your budget is definitely probably telling you no, and you're still doing some things. So anyway.
There you go.
Just throwing that out there. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, now, drum roll, please.
What are we doing?
It's time. We are drawing for the name for who's going to go with us to the Waco Awards show.
Cool.
Yay!
We're going to hang out.
We are. We're going to hang out. And don't ask me to buy anything because I'm going to say no. Or I might send you the TikTok that says, we finna go out here. So don't you touch nothing. Don't you look at nothing. Don't you ask me for nothing. Because when you do, I'm going to say no. All right. Here we go. Anyway, I don't know. We'll see what we're going to do. What?
I'm just looking at you stirring it up.
Okay. All right. I'll let you grab.
Oh, I ain't gonna grab.
What? No.
No, you grab. I'm not grabbing.
What?
Because I was looking in there.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow. Guess who won? We'll let you know.
So, we'll see you soon.
No, tell them who won.
Why? I thought they got it. Why?
You gotta tell them no, because everybody wants to know who won.
No, we'll contact the winner, and they'll have to come back next week to know who won.
Oh, my
and they'll have
goodness.
to follow us on social media. right?
That's fun.
I know. You will have to go and follow us. We may go live on Saturday. You never know.
That was pretty good. I wasn't expecting that.
Well, I'm so glad. Plot twist.
That was definitely a plot
Anyway, we'll see you next week. Tune in soon. Bye. Like and subscribe.
twist. That was really got me.
Good.
Thank you for listening to the Riverside Weekly. Download the Riverside Waco app to stay connected and follow us on all social media sites at the Riverside Waco. This podcast is made possible by the givers of Riverside Community Church. Production and engineering provided by Capital G and RTV in Waco, Texas.